Hey guys, and welcome back to the Mario Party 4 CPU Tournament Series. If you've never seen one of these before, I'm going to keep this brief. The premise is simple. 4 CPU players, all on easy mode, duke it out to determine who's the ultimate computer player. The board choice is random, all mini-games are on, and all bonus stars are enabled. Every match I do, I also have a side bet with my chat. Guess the winner, win 20 subs, or $100. I know it sounds crazy, but stay with me for a moment. It's a pretty wild ride, and I really think you'll enjoy it. Alright, so let's see. The results are about to be in. Closing seconds here, last votes, and it looks like the results of poll number 2 are going to be as follows. We have Waluigi winning the vote tonight with over 100 votes, 41%. So if Waluigi wins tonight's match, then 20 subs. There's a lot on the line there. But DK coming in second, Daisy in third, and no love for Wario. Wario actually coming in fourth. I believe Mario actually also got fourth in the last one and ended up winning. All right, we're going to move into the opening commentary here. I'm actually the analyst desk and the play-by-play commentator. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is a very interesting board because of the teacups. Now, the way the teacups work is every time someone does right on the teacup, the direction of the arrow that tells you where to get off on the teacup changes. It's very easy to get stuck in little mini loops on various parts of the map, so you got to be very careful for that. We have our initial rolls coming in, and it's looking like the order is going to be DK, Wario, Waluigi, and then Daisy. All right, so the coins have been delivered. We will get the game finally set up, and then we're going to let them go. And they are off, ladies and gentlemen. The first rolls of the night coming in. DK on the board with a +5. And we were talking about these teacups in the pregame. This is what you got to watch out for. There's one of them right off the get-go. The second and fourth players to make their way to the teacup are going to actually be forced to make another loop here, just due to how the teacup is designed. You'll see the arrow is actually going to rotate up. So Waluigi doing a good job of not getting stuck, and he's actually already very close to the star, so we could see an early star pickup here if Waluigi does win minigame number 1. So the way this minigame works is simple. There is a wanted poster, and you have to find 3 of that enemy, and then grab them with the claw. Waluigi coming in. An early pickup. He spots the second, but is a little too slow on the draw there. We've got Waluigi with a 1 enemy lead. Only 1 to go for the potential W here. He seems lost. He spotted the third one, but is he going to be able to grab it first? And he is. That's going to be a victory for Waluigi on game number 1. And a potential early turn 2 star purchase. That's huge. Now, this is a big roll here. We are going to need to see, I believe, at least a 4. And he gets a 2, and he actually hits the question mark space, which is bad. He's going to get pushed past the star, and instead of getting an early game star, he's actually going to run past it. Waluigi with an early game blunder. The low roll is going to cost him that early lead. And now we've got Daisy making her way through the teacup, but has she potentially over-rolled here? We're going to see. Daisy actually, I think, rolling too high, also not able to purchase the star. The star seems so easy, but it's not quite in grasp of any of these players so far. Daisy is the single player in this 1v3. Now, this minigame is interesting. The single player is running amongst the 3 teammates who are wearing giant tree robot things. And generally, the single player will run into them and die immediately. So we'll see how Daisy handles this. So far, doing a pretty good job of dodging. DK getting taken down early. Daisy actually doing a pretty good job of surviving here. This is exciting. She is potentially getting cornered on the bottom, but she did escape quite a bit there. And she's cruising. 27 seconds on the clock. A good back and forth by Daisy. Doing a good job of not getting cornered, and the golden banana's out. That does give you a speed boost if you pick it up. Is she going to go for it? She is not. The golden banana is going to despawn, but she walks a little too close to the sun and gets taken out by Waluigi. It's going to be a win for the team of 3. Waluigi actually still winning every minigame that has happened yet. All right, DK is going to finally escape this. And with that win, he does have enough points to purchase the star, but does he have the spaces? We're going to find out here. He does not. He's realized that. He's going to go down to the shop instead. He says, you know what? Let me see the bottom of the board. Now, the star is still at its initial spot at the beginning of the board because no one has yet to get it. All you have to do is go to the left and then go up onto the tracks. If you avoid the happening space and you've got the money, the star is yours. But everyone seems to just be content to go in circles at the bottom right of the screen. Daisy says, you know what? I don't want to do that. Heck off. I'm going to use a mushroom. And that's actually probably a pretty good use by her because not only will she get out of the loop, she'll probably take some money from Wario in the process. Which gives her enough for the star, so if she had the roll for it, this would have been a good move. Reminder, the chat did vote for Waluigi, and he's putting on a strong showing so far. So things are looking good for the chat favorite of Waluigi. We have our next minigame coming through. This is 3-throw. The players on the outside do have an advantage because they have the first shots at the 2-pointer in the middle. They can definitely take advantage of that and block the middle players off from even having access to it, but they don't seem to be doing that so far. Right now, Wario with an early lead. Waluigi, though, answering back. Daisy now also with a 2-pointer. And we now have Wario, 3 points on the board. DK bringing it back, though. DK also going for the one-handed toss here. Bit of a flex by him. Wario, though, trying to run away with it here. 7 points to his name, and Daisy, the last-second basket is not going to be enough. DK, a little overzealous here, I think, buying the 3-roll Mega Mushroom when there's no one around him and he's not even going towards the star. Don't really know what his plan is, but maybe DK is looking to think ahead for the future here with the 21 roll. I don't really know what the game plan is, but he did spend money on this. Maybe opting to go in the upper route, trying to cause a bit of a ruckus up here, maybe. I do believe the Boo shop is actually up in this direction, but he's not even going to go towards it. He says, you know what? Heck the Boo shop. Heck everything. The coin counts here staying relatively low for everyone except Waluigi, who did win a lot of those minigames early on, including the ×2 lucky minigame. Now, DK using the mushroom and everything just to land on a 1 and end up back at where everyone else was. Don't really know what his game plan was, but it doesn't matter now because he is done. This is a big roll for Wario, though. Wario does have the money. He should be able to get the star. And that's going to be Wario with an early lead here. And I believe turn 5, turn 6. Very early lead for our boy. The next star is going to be over where DK was earlier. And that is the second obvious choice for a star. It's a very commonly traveled area on this board. I do think we are going to be seeing our players spending a decent amount of time over on that section of the board as well, if they can ever escape this entry loop here. Waluigi going to the shop. What's he going to get? Anything good here? And the magic lamp in the shop. That's a huge purchase for Waluigi. He says, you might have taken the star from me before, but it's not happening again. For the people that are unfamiliar, the magic lamp is a very large item because it takes you immediately to the star and allows you to purchase it on the same turn. So, assuming you have the funds for it, it's almost a guaranteed +1. We do have Paratrooper Plunge coming in here, though, and this is a yellow minigame, which means the coins you earn here are the coins you get. There are no winners and losers on this one. But if you take too many hits from the Shy Guys, you are out. So you really want to pay attention to those balloon sizes. If they get too small, they might just pop. So far, Waluigi managing to get no money. He does pick up a bag on complete accident, though, and is somehow now in the lead with the most coins. Entering into the double digits. Him and Daisy are the only people alive here. And Daisy only with 4 coins. Not looking great for her. Waluigi is going to be the only one to survive and the only one to hit double digits. That's going to be a big pickup for Waluigi. Definitely going to help out the coin department for him. All right, here we go. A 7 coming out from our boy Donkey Kong, and it's going to be a battle game. Our first ever battle game. We didn't get any of these on the previous one. Battle minigames are a special type of minigame where the players all have to pay into the pot, and the money dished out is based on their places. So we've got a 40 coin battle minigame coming up, and it's going to be Bowser's Big Blast, a completely RNG minigame. Ladies and gentlemen, there's 5 pumps. One of them blows up Bowser, the rest of them don't. Who's going to be the player to get eliminated first? Here we go. DK, going against the grain here. Normally, you don't want to pick the color of your character, because if you do that, you are more likely to get thrown out here. But DK proving us wrong here, and that's going to be Wario getting eliminated early with the white pump. As we move on to round 2, we've got DK, Daisy, Waluigi left. What's Waluigi going to go for here? And Waluigi going for the white again and going to also get eliminated. Looking like the white pump might be the one to avoid on this minigame. And we've got DK and Daisy left in this match. What are they going to go for? The white pump is now gone from play. Daisy going for the purple. She is going to be saved here. Can DK guess correctly again? We've got a 50-50 shot. And DK makes it through. And we're moving on to another round, ladies and gentlemen. And it's getting tense here in the closing moments of this minigame. Daisy also good with the purple pump again. DK going for the green. DK's in the clear. We're going for a third round in overtime, ladies and gentlemen. And Daisy is going to get eliminated in the third overtime round. That's going to be DK walking away with the victory. And here comes the lamp. If you have not seen this in use before, ladies and gentlemen, we get a visit from our friend, the Thick Genie. He's back again, ladies and gentlemen. The fan favorite. And just like that, Wario has landed on the star space, and he's going to be answering back here with a star of his own. So right now, Waluigi and Wario, both with stars on the board. And that's going to put him in first place by a couple of coins as well. The next star is going to be on the roller coaster path as well. And it's not obvious, but that's actually kind of a tricky one to get to, because you are forced to go left on this part of the board. Which means if you want to get that star, you have to go up and around in order to get there. It's actually quite tricky. DK, the solo player here as we go into the 1v3, and this is going to be Candlelight Flight. Now, this is actually a very difficult minigame for the single player, because they have to run around with a lit candle while the other 3 players run around with water guns and try to extinguish it. And if the team of 3 plays this correctly, they can actually pin the solo player to where he won't be able to move, because when he does get hit, he will get stunned. He's taken 1 hit. Fortunately for DK, there is not a lot of time on the clock here. I believe this minigame only has 30 seconds. DK can probably take 2 more hits here. He might be on his last breath. He does have 10 HP. Oh, and a very excellent juke there. Oh, he still has 1 more. He can't get hit again, though, and he's going to get extinguished with 6 seconds left on the clock. Now, this is a big turn, because if Waluigi does not roll high enough, he won't get the star. And if he rolls a 3, he'll actually get pushed away from the star. So it would be very bad if you were Waluigi in this particular turn to use your mini mushroom. Please do not use the mini mushroom, Waluigi. I'm literally begging you. The mini mushroom, of course, does shrink the dice block down to 1 to 5, which means his chances of not rolling a high enough number are essentially doubled. And he's pulling out the mini mushroom for no reason. He likes to live life on the edge. He's a risk taker. I respect that. And he is going to roll a 2, which means he's not going to get the star. Fortunately, it's not the happening space, but it does mean he is going to have to pay money into a battle minigame. But we're returning back to Bowser's Big Blast. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, round 2 on the scene. We'll see how this one shakes out. Waluigi with the first pick, going for the purple. Risky move, but it does pay off. He's going to make it through the next round. Daisy going for the white. The white was notoriously bad last time, but it's looking okay so far. DK going for the yellow. And everyone looking good. All the pressure onto Wario. Generally, the fourth player can chill on the first round. But, wow, everyone making it through round 1. Waluigi, though, not so lucky in round 2, is going to be taken out early. We've got Daisy now entering into the next round here, going for the white again. And it is not going to pay off, just like it did not pay off last round. The white not having a very good track record here. And we're down to our final 2, DK and Wario. DK getting eliminated immediately, and that's going to be a W to Wario. Wario walking away with a pretty hefty pot of 28 coins. No Bowser bait, which means we are moving on to the next minigame. Our very first 2v2, if I remember correctly, and it's Reverse-A-Bomb, one of my personal favorites. Now, this minigame is all about staying on top of your lanes here. The Bob-Ombs do walk back and forth, and if they reach your side, you will get hit and lose a life. Each team starting with 10 lives here. The blue team with an early start, but they are going to forget about the top lane, causing them to take some damage here. And right now, Daisy's going to get stunned on the bottom lane. She's too close to that bomb, which means the team on the left is going to lose a lot of life here, down to 3 HP. And the guys on the right, Wario and DK, doing a good job holding onto it. But as I say that, DK getting blasted, and we could see a comeback here. It is now 2-4, 2-3, 2-2, 2-1. And in the closing seconds, the red team are actually going to walk away with the victory. Now, if you're a Waluigi fan, you are not out of it yet. Now, Waluigi, fortunately for you... Oh, before I can even say that, we've landed on another battle minigame space. Let's see what the pot size is going to be on this one. And it's a 20-coiner, which means if Waluigi does not win at least part of this, he will not have enough money to purchase a star. So we're going to be watching him very closely on this one. And this minigame is all about reaction times. You wait for the rumble. The first person to react gets the biggest fish. They are the winner. And who's it going to be? And it's going to be Waluigi actually walking away with a huge pickup on this battle minigame. That's going to be a lot of money in his pocket. Daisy coming in second here, also walking away with a decent amount of cash. But yeah, that's going to be plus 56 coins to Waluigi, which is a huge benefit to him. And here it is, moment of truth. He's rolled a 2! Ladies and gentlemen, that's all he needed. He is going to be walking away with star number 2. Just barely. Daisy, a mere 3 spaces away from a star? We are halfway through as well after this turn. 10 out of 20, ladies and gentlemen. And here we go, the Bowser space coming in. And it's the big man himself. He is here. What's he got for us? Do we have a Bowser game? We've got a Bowser game on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. And what is at risk? Half of everyone's coins who loses here. Bowser minigames are very special. You do not want to lose a Bowser minigame, and they can be quite brutal. We'll see what the Bowser minigame in this particular instance is. Balloon of Doom. Now, this one is very scary because all the players are forced to take turns jumping on the pump here, which makes the balloon larger. And if you are the player that makes the balloon pop, you lose. Here we go. Now, you don't have to do a full height ground pound. You can actually do one close to the pump here to pump in less air. It is not required to do a max height ground pound on this. And here comes Wario going for the optimal strat, honestly. A very low ground pound there. Waluigi also going for the low jump. The players realize what's at stake here. And it's getting very close. And a max height flex ground pound from Wario. An absolute Chad move, and he makes it through. So now the pressure is on to Waluigi. And Waluigi is going to take the hit on this one. Waluigi now going to be losing half of his money off of this Bowser minigame. Here we go. We have the mini mushroom again being used by Daisy. Even though she's only 3 spaces from the star, and if she lands on a 2, she will not be able to get the star. Daisy, though, doesn't care, rolls a 5, gets the star anyways. Daisy now on the board. And we're going to see where the next star is. And this one is actually not that hard to get to, but it does rely on the teacup pointing the correct direction. Much like the first star we saw on this. And we have our very first of the entire tournament chance time space. There is a lot on the line here, ladies and gentlemen. We could be seeing a star mix-up, a coin swap. We could be seeing everything. Here we go. It's time for the reversal of fortune. DK coming in. The first player to be affected will be Waluigi. Oh, who's he going to be affecting? Daisy. What is going to happen here? This is the one that matters, ladies and gentlemen. Could we see a star and coin swap? And it's looking like it's going to be pretty okay for Waluigi. He's only going for the coin swap, and I don't think there's that much of a difference. So honestly, all things considered, fairly tame. Actually, Waluigi going to benefit from this. Getting a plus 20 from that swap. Reminder, if you are just tuning in, first place, if it is the person that was chosen by chat, who is Waluigi, wins, I will be gifting 20 subs to the chat. But if you want to just progress in the tournament, all you have to do is make it in the first or second spot. So if the game ended right now, Waluigi and Wario are going to be the two players progressing. Here we go, though. Waluigi taking another chance at the lottery, and oh, try again. Waluigi, though, looking good. He's actually going to be able to purchase the star off of this. Unexpectedly did have the roll. So that's going to be star number 3 going to Waluigi. With potential for more, he is on the path to go to the Boo House. He is on the path to go to the shop. There's a lot of good things in store for him. The star, though, actually in the lower right quadrant where the players have been circulating the entire time. I don't expect that one will be in play for very long. I think we are going to see that one picked up really quickly here. Here we go, though. Waluigi does go to the store, and he's actually going to get the lamp. So Waluigi in the lead does pick up a lamp. That is going to be huge. Now, if you're new to the Mario Party franchise, we'll take this little lull in the action here to explain how this is all going to play out. So the way Mario Party works is winning minigames and landing on spaces and doing certain things will either cost you coins or give you coins. And if you have stars, then those are better than coins. The person with the most stars will always win. If there's a tie in the star number, then the person with the most coins wins. But each star costs 20 coins, as you can see here, as Daisy is going to pick this up and move into second. So, the objective of these players is to navigate the board and get as many stars as they can before all of the turns run out. So, as you can see right now, Waluigi in the bottom left does have the most stars, and even though he has no money, he's still in first place because stars will always take precedent here. Wario busting out the Mega Mushroom, and we'll see what this guy has in store for us. And that's going to be an 11 roll from him. Looking to maybe make his way towards the star without actually getting there. And actually, that was a pretty smart play by him. He's actually going to be only a few spaces away from it on his next turn. Waluigi, though, with a huge roll, playing it smart here and actually holding on to the lamp instead of using it with no money. An uncharacteristically smart play from Waluigi. And we've got a 2v2 on our hands. We have not seen a lot of these today. I would love to see a dungeon duos. Cliffhangers, though, definitely a very sore spot based off of the previous match. We will see if these competitors fare better on this minigame than the other 4 did. Now, this minigame is all about team coordination. When a gust comes in, if both players do not grab the wall, then they will slide down the mountain. And here we go. Our first gust coming in, and it was just a tease. So everyone's still making their way up the mountain fine. And another tease from the gust, allowing both teams to continue to progress here. The blue team with an early lead, but both sides are going to have a blunder here. So things are still looking okay for the blue team, but they definitely want to try to hold on here. And they are struggling yet again. Both teams again falling down. Oh, and both teams actually losing it initially, but grabbing on there in the final seconds to not actually fall off. Now, this is a pretty competitive game here. Oh, and DK actually stabilizing there with the platform, so making this quite a bit closer than it was previously. The red team now actually moving into the lead for the first time as Waluigi and Daisy decided to play it safe with the fake gust. The red team now at the 95 meter mark, but that's going to be Wario failing to hold on with a huge blunder, giving the lead to the blue team. They're approaching the summit. And another tease. We don't normally see that many fake outs by the wind, but that's going to give the blue team a victory. And we'll see what he does here. He's actually playing it smart. Doesn't use the mini mushroom. And he is going to be able to pick up the star. We are going to see another star in the hands of Wario here. These players are actually doing much better than the previous 4 that we had last time. There were huge misplays in the last match that ended up being very consequential for the players. Here we go, though. We've got Waluigi going back to the wheel. Is he going to win? 3rd time's the charm. And, oh, he does win the item prize. And that is going to give him a Super Mega Mushroom. Opting to not go to the shop. This is a man of confidence. Waluigi has a plan, and he's going to stick to it. Ladies and gentlemen. And here we go. We've got a 1v3 minigame. This minigame is Goal. The minigame where the single player does have to dodge the soccer kicks, the penalty kicks from their 3 opponents all at once. If they give too many goals up, they do lose the minigame. And we'll see how Waluigi's defense is. He is quite the tall boy, but he's going to give up a goal early. Fortunately for him, he does have 10. Now, if you're the team of 3, you want to definitely all-time your kicks in different sections of the net so he can't dodge all of them. But he is going to give up 2 right there. And he gives up another 2 to Daisy and DK. He's giving up even more. Only 2 more to go for the team of 3. But only 3 seconds on the clock. Is he going to be able to clutch up? And he is not, ladies and gentlemen. That is going to be a loss to your boy, Waluigi. And we have entered the last 5 turns, ladies and gentlemen. The moment you've all been waiting for. Here we go. We've got the lottery ticket spin. Can Waluigi win a free star? And that's going to be no. He's already eliminated on the first spin. But that's okay. There is more information to be had here in the last 5. And what is it going to be? DK opts to just hit it with the standard ×2 multiplier. Okay. So nothing too crazy here. We were very close to getting free stars in the last 5, but on this one, unfortunately, it's just going to be your standard ×2 on the red and blue spaces. And we actually have an item swap happening. DK with the big brain strats is going to take the lamp from Waluigi, and that's huge, ladies and gentlemen. Waluigi basically had this in the bag, but all of a sudden, DK has grabbed the lamp. He says, "That's mine." And the door has opened up wide for all of the opponents to catch back up to him here. DK then immediately testing his luck at the lottery after winning that spin there, but he's going to win nothing from the lottery. He's going to land on the item space, and he already has 3, so nothing's happening here. Waluigi definitely very frustrated because now not only can he not buy the star here, he's going to get a -6, so he can't buy anything from Boo, and he doesn't have the lamp. So things are actually falling apart for Waluigi right now in the final 5 turns. If he wins this minigame, he will be able to steal some coins back, but if he doesn't, he is going to be in dire straits, ladies and gentlemen. The solo player did actually lose this last time. DK really struggled on this minigame, but we are back to hop and pop. We'll see if Waluigi does any better. The players of 3 still opting to clump up here. And immediately steamrolling 2 of them. All eyes on Daisy, who's going to go completely AFK and just give the win to Waluigi. I feel like maybe her controller got unplugged. I don't really know what happened there, but Daisy is not happy exiting out of that minigame. DK, though, is going to bring out the lamp. And this is actually big for him because now he will also be able to go to the Boo space. And I don't think he has enough money to steal another star, but he can steal coins. DK making moves here. Everyone counting DK out. He's showing, I'm not done yet. Oh, and the next star actually within reach of DK. If he gets a high enough roll here, he gets a 9. This could be huge for him. This is a big turn for DK. Going for the coin steal from Daisy. Okay. So that should give him enough money to be able to afford a star. And is that going to be high enough? That is going to be high enough for DK. This is going to be a two-star turn for DK. And all of a sudden, he's jumped from last place into last place. But by much less. We've got a battle minigame, though, which could allow him a chance to move into second place if he benefits from this fully. And it is a 30-coin battle minigame, which is huge. Now, not everyone could fully pay in, so we're going to be rocking 95 coins here. And he says, give me the reaction time minigame, because he's feeling himself. DK is on top of the world right now. And those two players pulled early, which means Daisy is going to walk away with first, and DK gets second. Those two are going to tie for third, but that's not really going to matter much in terms of the rankings. And because that was a 95 coin, oh, Wario getting the pity coin from the Bob-omb. You'll love to see it. But yeah, that's definitely going to mix up the standings quite a bit there. Wario does still have enough money to buy the star, but for whatever reason, is using a mini mushroom for seemingly no reason. It doesn't matter, though. He does get a high enough roll. So we are going to see a star purchase from Wario here, and I believe we might actually see a position change. And just like that, Wario going from 4th place into 1st. This is becoming quite a tight match in the closing minutes, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see how it plays out. And because he lost the battle minigame, Waluigi actually can't afford to go to the Boo House, and he's landed on a Bowser space. We could see a Bowser communism, but is it going to happen? He actually gets the pity coin from Bowser Jr., so not a bad play by Waluigi. All right, here we go. Daisy entering into the shop. The magic lamp is there, and that's going to be an instant purchase for her. And this is a big buy because with this lamp, she can go into 1st place. This is a very, very close match at this point, ladies and gentlemen. Daisy coming out of nowhere. I believe she hasn't been in 1st the whole time, but in these closing turns, actually challenging for the lead. And Wario just hitting Waluigi for no reason. Other than just not liking him, I guess. I don't actually know why he would do that. He just doesn't enjoy that guy. So while we are going through this genie animation, I will explain the bonus stars to the people who do not know. So there are 3 bonus stars in Mario Party 4 that are awarded to the players after the game ends. There's the coin star, which is the player that had the most amount of money in their pocket at any given point during the match. There's the minigame star, which is the player that won the most money for minigames. And then there's the happening star, which is the player that's landed on the most question mark spaces. So those question mark spaces, they might not do much in the actual game, but they mean a lot for the late game. Daisy, though, is going to be picking up the star, and I believe moving into 1st place here. And Daisy now in 1st place. We are seeing position changes left and right, ladies and gentlemen. And oh my god, the star was a mere 2 spaces behind where Waluigi is. So maybe that hand remove by Wario actually was big brain. But it doesn't matter because we've got another battle game. Ladies and gentlemen, for the 50th time this match. And it's a 20-coiner. There is a decent amount of money at stake here. And a win for Waluigi could be huge on this. And we have my personal favorite mini game where the players have to use their crayon and trace the trail, and the player who does the best job will walk away with the victory. But the question on everyone's minds, are they going to go for loop skip? Here comes the loop. Are we going to see it by the easy computers? They are opting to not go for loop skip. They know what's at stake. They're playing it ultra safe here. And oh, they all kind of botched that. DK doing a pretty good job here, though, in the in-game. I'm really curious to see the results on this. We'll just have to see how the numbers play out here. And 3 of them tied for 2nd place. Somehow we have a 3-way tie for 2nd. Which means Daisy's going to get all the cash, and they're going to get nothing. That's basically what it means. Now, something to talk about. I don't think it's going to happen, but it still could happen. Is we could see a hidden block we have not seen mini hidden blocks in the tournament series. We saw one last match, and only one, and it was just a 20-coin hidden block, but none have been hit this time, which means there is a hidden block in play still on the board somewhere. And we have probably some people's favorite 4-player minigame of all time in the form of Book Squirm. This minigame is all about dodging the open gaps as the page turn. The last player standing will walk away with the victory here. And it looks like 2 of them are going to run in circles and die immediately. Daisy and DK surviving, and DK also dying immediately. And that is going to give Daisy basically a free win in 2 quick turns. Daisy adding to the cash stack here. And Daisy is really coming alive here in the last 5 turns. It all started off with that crazy turn by DK. But even after all that, somehow he's still in last place, ladies and gentlemen. And Waluigi says, we're not done yet. We're going back to the battle games. One final one for the road. And it's just a 10-coiner. But you know what? There's still money to be exchanged here. And they are going again to the reaction time fishing minigame. We've seen this one time and time again tonight. And we've had a different winner, I believe, every time as well. So we'll see how this plays out. And look at that right down the line, man. DK, Wario, Waluigi, and Daisy with Bubkus. So DK actually adding to the cash stack a little bit before the game fully ends here. At this point, you know, I think he's pretty much out of the running, but I'm sure that's got to feel good for him morale-wise, you know. He gets that extra little win, that extra W before the results come in. Daisy has spent half of the game going in circles at the beginning of the board, but somehow it's looking like Daisy might actually be our champion on tonight's board. I think really at this point we're looking for the battle for second, because I believe Waluigi and Wario are 1 coin apart right now. So whoever wins this minigame might actually advance. And as they are on different teams, this actually matters a lot for the sake of the tournament. So Waluigi is the single player trying to stay alive here on the waves. And that is going to be a big one. But he survives it so far. Playing a dangerous game here, though. Playing on the edge. 15 seconds on the clock. Can he survive? The winner of this minigame between Wario and Waluigi will have more coins than the other, meaning that if there is no extra stars to either of them in the bonus, the winner of this minigame will advance. And Waluigi does survive, which means that Waluigi is going to hold on to second place here. But here we go. The moment of truth, the bonus stars. Minigame star. It's going to go to Waluigi, actually. And that's going to give Waluigi an early lead with the first bonus star dished out. And then the coin star does go to Daisy. So Daisy now in the lead. And here we go. And that's going to be Waluigi and Wario with the happening star, meaning that Waluigi is going to walk away with the victory on tonight's tournament match. But who's going to advance? Let's find out. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to see Waluigi and Daisy in the grand finals match. Up against Mario and, who was it? I believe Peach? But that means our lower 2 brackets players are going to be Wario and DK, and we'll see them next week for the bronze medal match. So that is an absolute crazy game. From start to finish, man. I don't know how many lead changes there were, but there were a lot. But yeah, because the chat correctly guessed the winner of today's match, we had 41% of the chat vote for Waluigi. Then chat does win today's prize of 20 gift subs. So $100 being dished out to the chat. All right, I'm a man of my word, so let me do that. Whoa! Big drop. Huge drop, dude.